5 real crime cases. Too disturbing to believe. What if a viral video, a luxury car crash, or a talking parrot were the only clues left after a murder? What if the trusted officer giving safety advice was the killer? These aren't Netflix thrillers. These are real cases that left police and entire nations shocked. Today on Crime Cipher, we're diving into 5 of the most bizarre, disturbing, and impossible to believe real crime stories ever solved. Welcome back to Crime Cipher, the place where real crime stories go deeper than the headlines. In today's special report, we explore 5 disturbing cases that are so bizarre, so tragic, and so unsettling. They almost feel like fiction, but they're not. These cases are 100% real, and they reveal just how unpredictable and chilling human behavior can be. Before we begin, subscribe to Crime Cipher for weekly deep dives into the criminal mind, forensic breakthroughs, and truth behind the madness. Your curiosity deserves better than clickbait. Let's go deeper. The cop who gave advice on safety. In late December 1986, a San Diego news station aired a public safety segment where Officer Craig Pyre offered advice to motorists on what to do if stranded. Just days earlier, 20-year-old Kara Knott had been found strangled and dumped near the Mercy Road exit off Interstate 15, the very place Pyre referenced on camera. With a scratch on his nose and calm authority in his voice, Pyre told viewers that, once you get into a car with someone, you're at their mercy. What no one knew at the time was that Pyre himself was the killer. Kara had gone missing after calling her parents from her boyfriend's home, never making it back. Her Volkswagen Beetle was found near the highway, keys still in the ignition. A later investigation revealed Pyre had a pattern of pulling over young women at night, detaining them in isolated areas. Evidence piled up, a scratch likely from Kara, a rope matching the marks on her neck found in his patrol car, and blood with a rare AB negative type on her boots, the same as Pyre's. Pyre's fall was swift and symbolic. A trusted officer turned predator, using authority to isolate and control. True crime experts now cite this case as a textbook example of positional predation, where law enforcement roles mask underlying violence. Despite a mistrial, Pyre was eventually convicted and sentenced to 25 years to life. His chilling words on TV now echo with horrifying irony. Anything could happen. A YouTuber's fast life ends in a deadly crash. Trevor Heitman, known online as McSkillet, was a rising star in the gaming world. He had wealth, fame, and a fan base obsessed with his CSGO content. At just 17, he owned a McLaren 650S, and ran a skin trading website generating millions. Trevor reportedly struggled with undiagnosed bipolar disorder, and in August 2018, his parents called police, warning that he had become manic and violent. Despite pleas from his family, officers left without intervening. Hours later, Trevor drove his McLaren over 100 miles per hour, in the wrong direction, on Interstate 805. Colliding head-on with a car carrying Eileen Pizarro and her 12-year-old daughter Ariana. All 3 died instantly. The Pizarro family sued the city of San Diego for failing to act, ultimately receiving a $6.1 million settlement. Behind Trevor's success was a silent, deadly storm, one that took innocent lives with it. It wasn't just mental health that failed him, it was the system meant to intervene. This case raised new scrutiny on invisible escalations in young influencers, online fame, masking instability. Critics asked, how many warning signs do we ignore because someone looks successful? Adam Lanza, the arcade video that haunts a nation. 6 months before the Sandy Hook Elementary massacre, an eerie video surfaced of a young man playing Dance Dance Revolution in a Connecticut arcade. His awkward but skilled moves seemed unremarkable until his identity was revealed. It was Adam Lanza, the man who would kill 26 people, including 20 children, in one of the deadliest school shootings in U.S. history. On December 14, 2012, Lanza fatally shot his mother, then stormed into Sandy Hook Elementary with an arsenal of weapons. Lanza was isolated, mentally ill, and obsessed with mass shootings. He kept spreadsheets, journals, and disturbing artwork. Investigators found thousands of documents, but no clear motive. FBI profilers described Lanza as the face of modern disconnection. He wasn't just disturbed, he was digitally radicalized, isolated by algorithm. Today, this case is a cautionary tale in how the internet can amplify psychosis. In hindsight, the arcade footage offers a chilling glimpse into the quiet before the storm. He seemed ordinary, until he wasn't. The parrot who witnessed a murder. Bud the African gray parrot became an internet sensation for mimicking curse words. Bud belonged to Martin Durham, who was murdered in 2015 by his wife Glenna, the woman meant to care for him. Glenna had hidden her gambling addiction and stolen mortgage payments. When the house faced foreclosure, she shot Martin 5 times and tried to take her own life. She survived. Bud, their only witness, later began mimicking the couple's final argument, switching between male and female voices, repeating, "Don't fucking shoot." Prosecutors considered using Bud's speech as evidence, but ultimately didn't. Still, the video remains a haunting reminder that animals can sometimes be the only witnesses to unspeakable crimes. Glenna Durham was sentenced to life in prison. Bud was adopted by Martin's ex-wife, where he lives on as a tragic echo of the past. Experts now study Bud's mimicry in forensic psychology. Could animals hold usable testimony? While courts may never accept it, the concept of behavioral residue left by pets is gaining interest. The nightclub fire. That wasn't supposed to happen. On New Year's Eve 2009, the Santika nightclub in Bangkok was packed beyond capacity. As fireworks erupted outside, fire broke out inside the venue, likely from sparklers or faulty wiring. Panic ensued. With only one main exit, people stampeded. Many died trying to escape. By the end, 67 were dead, hundreds injured. Investigations revealed the club had been operating illegally under a private residence license to dodge inspections. And yet the owners faced minimal consequences. One served only a partial sentence. The rest walked free. This disaster wasn't just a tragedy. It was preventable. But greed, corruption, and negligence made sure no one was held fully accountable. Families of the victims still gather every year at the site, now a parking lot, lighting candles for loved ones taken by negligence. This wasn't just a fire. It was the price of corruption. Bonus case. The girl who vanished, then texted from the grave. In 2014, 14-year-old April Millsap vanished while walking her dog along the Macomb Orchard Trail in Armada, Michigan. Her dog was found hours later, frantic and alone. As her parents frantically searched, April's phone sent a haunting text to her boyfriend. "OMG, I think I'm being kidnapped." That message would become a vital clue. Later that night, her body was discovered in a drainage ditch, having suffered severe head trauma from a brutal beating. Investigators zeroed in on James Van Callis, a motorcycle rider seen nearby. It turned out Van Callis had followed April, attacked her, and left her for dead, all while her phone still pinged cell towers. In court, her boyfriend's saved text message became a powerful emotional anchor. The killer was sentenced to life without parole. Today, digital breadcrumbs like April's text are studied in law enforcement training worldwide. Her final message wasn't just a cry for help. It became a forensic breakthrough in mobile victim evidence. Sometimes it's a trusted officer, a successful teen, a reclusive gamer, a parrot that remembers too much, or a nightclub where joy turned to ash. Which of these cases left you stunned or disturbed? Let us know in the comments below. Subscribe to Crime Cipher for the world's darkest true stories, explained with clarity, empathy, and edge. Up next, real killers who hid in plain sight. Now playing in our Unsolved Mysteries That Still Haunt Us playlist.